Something special is happening in here. That's right, it's brackets and jackets, bringing it back, but brackets and jackets, special Epstein Island edition. That's right, folks, Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, the man with the island, which is suspiciously close to Haiti. That's right. You see this man, Jeffrey Epstein, is funding lots of people. He's funding lots of people on the street to make sure his shit doesn't get out. That's right. They want the record sealed. And they're paying a lot of people. Epstein's paying a lot of people. Oh boy. For one, he's got a whole Mossad media matrix in America. And I would bet you anything that Alex Jones is one of them. Prove me wrong. That's right, Kappy's in the portal. Kappy's in the portal. Kappy's in the building with songs about Epstein. It's Breakfast Jackets Epstein edition. Guys, I had some epiphanies today. I had some real big epiphanies about some guys. A big network of guys and spies and lies and liars. Alright, think about this for a minute, okay? The guy in Portland, the scientist that just got busted for producing CP, that guy is 1 degree of separation away from Epstein. Epstein, the investor that lives in West Palm Beach, Florida. I know a guy who lives in West Palm Beach, Florida as well. Investor as well. Also involved as well. And all is not well with these guys. The Florida boys, the Glow boys, the Scott Israels of the world. You see, Epstein is Hillary Clinton. And Epstein is Haiti. And Epstein is a big network of media assets. By the way, did you know that Steve Bannon was going to that guy for money? Also, Epstein is Epstein Oprah. Epstein is Chris Tucker. You remember him. Epstein is also Kevin Spacey. Epstein is also Prince Andrew. Epstein is also... Who else is Epstein? Who else is Epstein? Tell me. You guys know. Who else is Epstein? Is Epstein Big Pharma? Is Epstein Bryan Singer? Is Epstein Naomi Campbell? Yep, all of the above. All of the above. Who is Epstein? Epstein is the keystone of a whole motherfucking matrix. And once you pull it out, it all falls down. Dersh was there too. That's right, we're dropping red pills every day. Dropping red pills in the best kind of way. This is
I didn't believe it until I saw them. I saw them all.
How many?
100,000 at least.
There's only one war that matters. The Great War. And it is here.
Welcome, cartel members, Anons, Facebook friends, Twitter followers, random YouTube viewer. Thanks for joining me. My name is Julio. I am the Theorizing Theorist. And today we're going to be going over all these players, kind of, not really. We're going to be more gathering our troops to talk about these players in a private room, in a private area. I'm going to try to figure out a way to get some of my more elite cartel members, and I say cartel with a K, to gather information on this case, because if you guys want this case solved, and if you want this case to be reopened and turned into a murder, this is where it begins. Okay, guys, I am the #1 investigator in the Isaac Kappy case. Everybody else that came along was, let's just say, agents and double agents. Now, speaking of agents and double agents and playing the good cop, bad cop, Rashad keeping it 100. What in the fudge happened, bro? Huh? Keeping it 100 needs to be removed from your name, bro. And I understand, all that forgiving Benny is for the birds, bro. What happened? All that stuff y'all was saying was fake then, right? Or you're backing away from it, right? You should have been 100 from the beginning, bro. Right? See, so you admit you fucked up, right? You see you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up, right? You accepted his apology. Bygones be bygones. Everything you said before now is trash, bro. You understand? And I understand trying to forgive. I haven't even watched your channel all that much, so forgive me if I'm speaking out of line. Any of you Rashad 100, keeping it 100 fans. I can care less, bro. I can care less about Benny. I can care less about Rashad. I do what I feel needs to be done, all right, for cash, okay? There's a saying that goes, get behind thee, Satan, right? I don't even believe in the devil. That's how far below and beneath me that motherfucker is. You get it? So for me, let God forgive Aussie Insider. Let God forgive Benny Blood Money Keys, all right? You are a nobody to be forgiving anybody. You understand? You're going to accept an apology, but when they say, oh, forgive me, Benny, forgive me, they're playing you like a yo-yo, bro. We're going to see where the narrative goes now. Let's see how your two narratives blend. Let's see how you two become friends. Okay, family, as Benny calls it. Now, I'm not going to dig too much on that whole Cash Gernon case. I will only bring you updates when there is valuable updates to bring. And I don't care if anybody else wants to make videos on all the gossip and this and that. I even hang out in those rooms because that's my leisure time. That's my relax time. My downtime is actually still investigating, but still, right? But as far as making videos, I just want to give everybody an update. There are no updates yet. Nothing big that I need to bring to you. I will as soon as I can. You guys have been great, not asking me for anything, of course, but I just want to reassure you guys that Daddy's on the case. I'm not going to let it go. I'm still watching, making sure it's all moving smoothly and correctly. I'm waiting to see what the Plano Police Department says. We already got everything dissected 3 ways from Sunday. So why keep regurgitating the same stuff just for clicks and views? That's not me. And I'm not saying that if other people do that, I don't care. Okay? I'm just telling you what this channel does. This channel is more of like a think tank, more of a private journalism, private investigator, private group almost. You get it? And if you're lucky enough to find this channel, because it gets deleted constantly, if you're lucky enough to be a part of this group, because trust me, I've had numerous groups just as good as this group, completely different, that I lose because YouTube destroys my channel. And the way YouTube works is you never see these people again, because there's so many people you subscribe to that if their video doesn't pop up in your notifications or pop up, you forget 90% of you. So, and it's not don't hurt my feelings none. So anyway, not to get off topic, I just wanted to talk about all these double agents. So we're starting a group for Kappy's Cartel. And I need all the evidence. I need you guys. Well, we'll talk about it in the group. But first off, email me at anallamericancartelllc@gmail.com. There is going to be somewhat of a vetting process because we all know the powers that be like to try to sneak in double agents of sorts. So please email me if you're interested in joining the elite the team is going to be called Kappy's Cartel Members. And it's a whole new thing. I got a channel called Kappy's Cartel. Look that up on YouTube. I also have a channel called The Theorizing Theorist. And if you ever notice that I'm not around, maybe make it a point to check in on me every couple of days. I am doing some pretty dangerous stuff. So if I disappear, it would be nice to know that you guys would come up to arms and bring, raise the alarms and bring in the reinforcements, the cavalry, as they say. So I'm not going to waste much more of your time with this nonsense. So please email me if you want to join the elite and anallamericancartelllc at gmail.com. I'll try to throw the link down in the description below above my donation links. So please check that out and email me, and then I will get you and everybody else situated in either a giant Gmail chain link, or we'll go to Discord, or somebody is willing to start like a fan club, I guess, of sorts. Not a fan club of mine, a fan club of this group, apparently, that we're trying to uncover. So with that said, that's all I have for you guys. Now let's check out this video that is going to incorporate a little bit more of how Jeffrey Epstein and Mr. Wexner were buddies. The Mogul and the Monster. Inside Jeffrey Epstein's decades-long relationship with his biggest client, by Gabriel Sherman, June 8th, 2021, 6 a.m. Now we have Epstein here sitting amongst a lot of people here. Doesn't explain. It's a Getty image, of course. In the fall of 1982, a money manager named Harold Levin. Now, Harold Levin is a name that I really haven't done too much digging into, but it's probably something I should have done a long time ago. Got a phone call that would change his life. A lawyer representing Leslie H. Wexner, the founder and CEO of the women's apparel retailer, The Limited, said Wexner was looking for a financial advisor. Would Levin be interested? And excuse me if I'm butchering his name. Levin most certainly was. In Columbus, Ohio, where Levin lived, Wexner was a legend. Wexner grew The Limited from a single Columbus store into a global retail empire that included mall fixtures, Abercrombie & Fitch, Victoria's Secret, and Bath and Body Works. Levin landed the job after 6 months of grueling interviews. He wasn't making Masters of the Universe money. Wexner paid a salary of $250,000 a year, but it was enough for Levin to move his family into a 6,000 square foot house across the street from Wexner in Bexley, Columbus's most exclusive suburb. By 1986, Wexner ranked 6th on the Forbes 400 list of richest Americans with a net worth estimated at $1.4 billion. In New York, I had bankers constantly taking me out to dinner, Levin told me. Once, a banker arranged a private tour of Le Bernardin. The kitchen was so clean you could eat off the floor, Levin remembered. Wexner entrusted Levin with increasingly ambitious projects starting in the mid-1980s. Levin purchased thousands of acres of farmland in New Albany, population 414, on the outskirts of Columbus, where Wexner planned to build his very own town modeled on an 18th century Georgian village. Les sent me to Richmond, Virginia to look at architecture he wanted to copy, Levin said. Let's see. On one of Levin's trips to New York in 1989, Wexner asked him to meet a brilliant young financier who wanted to pitch an investment opportunity. Levin had never heard of him, Jeffrey Epstein, which was odd. After working for Wexner for 7 years, Levin knew virtually every player on Wall Street. A few months earlier, Levin says he met with arbitrageur Ivan Boesky. Levin's skepticism was confirmed as soon as he arrived at Epstein's Madison Avenue office. There were no visible signs of a trading operation, just Epstein sitting behind a desk that didn't even have a computer. Epstein was trying to explain a currency trade he wanted to do. I have an MBA and Master Bachelor's Associates from Ohio State, and I didn't understand a word the man said. Levin recalled. Levin went back to Columbus and reported that Epstein was a fraud. I told Les, stay away from him, Levin remembered. Wexner agreed not to do the trade. Levin was shocked when Epstein showed up in Columbus a few months later and announced Wexner had put him in charge of his finances. Levin tried to protest, but says Wexner wouldn't take his calls. Levin couldn't stand having Epstein as a boss. He was an asshole, the most arrogant person I ever met, Levin recalled. A few months later, Levin quit. Levin said Epstein taunted him on his way out. On my last day, Epstein walked into my office and held up a piece of paper. He bragged that Les had given him power of attorney over his money. I worked for Les for 7 years, and I never had general power of attorney, Levin said. Levin continued, even ordered him to surrender equity in Wexner's town project, likely costing Levin millions. Epstein basically said, if you want, you can fight it out, but I have a lot of lawyers, and I'll make sure it'll cost you a fortune. Levin's life unraveled. He couldn't find a job. Friends told him Epstein was spreading rumors around Columbus and on Wall Street that Wexner had fired him for misappropriating funds. His wife filed for divorce, Levin said, and was granted custody of their 3 children. I had a nervous breakdown. I was living out of my car for a while, Levin said. He applied for jobs using computers at the library and showered at state parks. Epstein ruined my life. I lost everything, Levin said. 2 years after guards discovered Epstein unconscious in his Manhattan prison cell, the pedophile's life and mysterious death remain a subject of feverish speculation and conspiracy theorizing. Was Epstein an intelligence agent, a debased financial genius, a sociopathic conman who fleeced billionaires and politicians with sexual blackmail? In a search for answers, I spent the 6 months investigating the Epstein mystery that could unlock others. How did he get his money? For it was Epstein's $500 million fortune that enabled him to sexually abuse and traffic hundreds of girls on multiple continents. There is no question that Epstein could not have done what he did without the support of people that provided him money, said attorney David Boyce, whose firm represents numerous Epstein accusers, including Virginia Roberts Giuffre. Epstein burnished his own myth, telling people preposterously that he only accepted clients with assets of $1 billion or more. But until recently, Epstein only publicly named client was Wexner. When I asked Jeffrey who else he worked with, he'd say, I can't talk about it. An Epstein friend recalled Wexner paid Epstein's predecessor about $600,000 a year in today's dollars. Epstein, a former high school math teacher from Coney Island, Brooklyn, was worth a reported $559 million. His estate included a 51,000 square foot Manhattan townhouse bought from Wexner, a private jet formerly owned by the Limited, and a helicopter, a Caribbean island, a Paris apartment, a Palm Beach mansion, and a 10,000-acre New Mexico ranch. And there's video of Epstein driving up to the fence line, the property line, and it looks just like him. I don't know if it's really him. I didn't do a DNA test. Let's see here. Epstein's brother, real estate company, also had majority ownership of a Manhattan condo building on East 66th Street, where Epstein allegedly housed girls. The building was formerly owned by Wexner. Prosecutors say that Epstein built his vast sex trafficking ring through the 90s. Excuse me. It's been an early morning. Throughout the 90s and early aughts, in other words, Epstein became Epstein during his long occasion with Wexner. When Epstein pleaded guilty to 2 counts, including soliciting a minor for prostitution in Palm Beach in June 2008 and registered a level 3 sex offender in New York, Wexner refused to discuss him. In 2019, a Wexner spokesman told the Washington Post that the Wexners had severed all ties with Epstein in 2007. They condemned Epstein's actions, the spokesman said. It was only after Epstein died that Wexner described their relationship. And even then, in opaque, whatever you say that word, terms in Wexner's telling. He was another Epstein victim preyed upon by a devious mastermind, being taken advantage of by someone who was so sick, so cunning, so depraved. Oh, what the hell? Jesus, excuse me. So depraved is something that I'm embarrassed that I was even close to. Wexner said during a speech in September 2019 in a letter to his charitable foundation around this time. Wexner claimed Epstein had misappropriated vast sums of money from me and my family. Epstein had reportedly transferred back nearly $47 million to a Wexner-controlled charity fund in 2008. So I'm going to let you cartel members dig into the rest of the story. As you can see, I'm damn near falling asleep at the wheel here. Vanity Fair Look it up, The Mogul and the Monster. So thank you, Gabriel Sherman, and anybody have any other info, please let me know in the description box or in the comment section down below. In the description box down below is a PayPal, Cash App, and a Venmo if you guys want to donate to me and my cause and the channel and everything I'm going through, which is quite a lot. I would truly appreciate any and all dollars you could possibly spare. I understand if you can't, just like, subscribe, share, comment down below, join the fun, and throw us some tips or advice or stuff like that. But other than that, guys, that's all I have for you. You guys know the routine. As always, to God be the glory.